Hi, in today's video I'm going to show you how to recognize AUF like a pro. For those who don't know, AUF stands for adjusting the U phase, and it's like a sub-step after PLL where you align your last layer with your F2L. So it's very important to recognize your AUF before executing your PLL algorithm or when you do your algorithm. For some PLLs like Zperm, Zperm, Zperm and so on, very easy AUF recognition because you have your blocks or corners staying in the same place. But for some like Zperm, Gperms and Aperms and so on, are really hard to recognize AUF because the blocks won't stay in their position after you do your PLL algorithm. Let's start with the Zperm. So with this Zperm, after you do your algorithm, it will have a U2 as AUF if all the corners were matching. But how to recognize your AUF if the corners aren't matching? So I use this technique where I look to this center edge, and if this edge is matching to the center, I need to do U prime AUF after I do this Zperm algorithm. If this edge is opposite to the center, I do U after the algorithm. And if this edge is neither matching or opposite, you don't need to do any AUF. For Jperms, so this is a Jperm, all you have to do is look to this front block. So if this front block is matching, you do not need to do any AUF. And for Jperm, I use this algorithm, and to track AUF, I need to do those last two moves, so which is R and L. I just look to this edge and quickly recognize AUF while executing my Jperm. For Zperm, all you have to do is look to this corner. So if this corner is matching to the center, you do not need to do AUF. And for Zperm, all you have to look is to this center edge. If this edge is matching, then you do not need to do AUF. For Jperms, if you use the algorithm which uses wide U moves and the rotation, all you have to look is to the block. But if you use U and D algorithm, all you have to look is to the headlights. But then you look to the headlights and to the block to identify which case did you get. It's really hard to look again and to identify which AUF you should do. So there's a quick tip. All you have to look is to this corner. So if this corner is matching, you do not need to do any AUF. The same idea goes for all four Jperms. All you have to look is to this corner. And lastly, I want to show is Zperm. You may ask, why Zperm? Because all you have to look is to this block, and if this block is matching, so you do not need to do any AUF. But then it's not matching. Then you do your algorithm. You just remember that here you have blue, and all you remember is that it's blue. But after you do your algorithm, this becomes red, and it's really hard to follow which way you should do your AUF. So here's how I follow it. I start doing Zperm, and then I just look to this place. So I know that on top will be red, then I finish my AUF, and red is over here, so I need to do U prime after I finish my Zperm. So I hope this video was informative for you, and see you next time.